if you are ready to hear a nice, long, expensive list of all the billions that have been stolen, allegedly, by some of our governors, former governors, go ahead and hit the like button. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's edition of The Scoop with Bolali. The Scoop is your go-to source for in-depth analysis and commentary on the latest news. I was on a holiday, but I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance. My name is Bolali, and we're going to be diving into a really critical issue that I think affects every Nigerian. I talk about it all the time. We all talk about it all the time. It's none other than the C word, corruption in public office. Now, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, or EFCC, they've been at the forefront of tackling corruption in Nigeria. However, the cases that they are handling are revealing a very troubling trend. You know, we'll see headlines that say X, Y, and Z stole 15 billion, X, Y, and Z stole 20 billion, X, Y, and Z stole 60 billion. And sometimes you're just like, Well, let's take a look at some of these cases. We're starting off with a most recent one, Yaya Bello. Yaya Bello is facing a 19 counts charge of money laundering. The amount is a staggering 80 billion. 80 billion is how much in dollars? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Now, Yaya Bello's case is not an isolated incident. I couldn't even do the whole list because it just kept going. It just kept going. Now, some of these cases have been thrown out. Some of these cases are still in trial. Some of these cases, we have no idea what's happening. But these are some of the ones that really stuck out to me. So we have former governor of Sokoto State, Atahiru Bafara, who served as governor between 1999 and 2007. He was accused of misappropriating and embezzling 15 billion naira. Crazy. Another governor who was also accused of embezzling billions of naira, former governor of Kwara State, Abdul Fatai Ahmed, he in 2024 was arraigned on a 12-count charge for allegedly mismanaging 10 billion naira in public funds. 10 billion naira, guys. Like, what? Another governor that was allegedly also accused by EFCC of swindling public funds, Gabriel Swusam, former governor of Benue State, 8 years after his time as governor. The governor and also his former commissioner faced amended 11-count charge of money laundering to the tune of 3.1 billion. Another governor, 3.1 billion. On July 19, 2021, a federal high court in Abuja ruled that the former governor of Adamawa State, Murtala Nyako, has to answer to charges that are stating that he took 29 billion naira. These are some serious allegations. Despite this, and some of these cases have been dragging since 2015. This is a really interesting one. In 2015, EFCC reopened a 42-count charge against Timpre Silva for allegedly stealing state funds between 2007 and 2011. The trial was thrown out. It never happened. He ends up continuing to serve in public office to the point where he was the Minister of Petroleum under Buhari's time. He was able to run. I mean, what are we saying here? So now you're seeing that people are asking EFCC that they should go ahead and reopen the case against former governor Timpre Silva for all the times that he was in office that they feel like he misused public funds. Moving on to another governor, former governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Nnamani. He had a specific case that was brought against his company. So it wasn't really brought against him, it was brought against his companies. And it was actually ruled that his companies needed to forfeit certain properties that were transferred to his company while he was governor. So my question is, what was the punishment for him? What were the consequences for the fact that his company took public property and transferred it into their own coffers? Who owns the company? Is it not him? What's the consequences for him? Just rule that, oh, you need to forfeit those properties. That's it. Nothing else. You know, it really raises a question of what is it going to take to get Nigerian public officials to stop stealing? Because I don't think they really respect EFCC. And I don't think they care what EFCC has to say. Guys, I promise you, this is just like a few cases. Like, this is just the governor's cases. There are cases against accountant generals, commissioners, director generals. I have not scratched the surface of all the cases that have been brought against Nigerian public officials. And many of them are still in court. Many of them are taking years and years and years to go through the legal system. So you arrange someone, you say, oh, you stole 50 billion. Next thing you know, the case is in court for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. It takes that long to serve justice. Money that can be used to build schools, to make sure hospitals are doing well, to build roads, to serve the Nigerian people. The fear of EFCC is no longer doing anybody. And EFCC needs to figure out how they're going to ensure that they are keeping these people accountable. Because if EFCC is not keeping them accountable, why are they going to stop stealing? There's no consequences. Guys, let me tell you something. There is no society in which it functions properly if there are no consequences for your actions. It's just that simple. It's not that Nigerians are worse people than anyone else in the world. It's that we don't have consequences for bad behavior in this country. So there's lawlessness. People get to do whatever they want. When there are consequences for your actions, it keeps people in check. But it does not seem as if people really care what EFCC has to say about whether or not they're stealing. So they keep stealing. If they know that a court case is going to take 7, 8, 9 years, if they know that a case is going to be thrown out because of one technicality or one this, why are they going to stop? Make it make sense. I mean, this is a country where I need to see justice being served. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. What type of consequences? You know what? Speaking of consequences, what type of consequences do you think needs to be dished out to public officials who are caught stealing public funds? Let me know. All right, guys, that's it for the scoop. I'll see you guys next time. Guys, make sure that you share, comment, like, and do everything you need to do so that I'm encouraged to continue to create content, because it takes a lot of work. Don't forget to hit the notification button as well if you want to find out more on this specific topic about EFCC and specific cases that are still being in trial. Hit the notification button.